Today we discuss about earthworm. Today we discuss its introduction, systematic position, habitat and habit. Earthworm. Regarding its introduction, the earthworms are terrestrial worms. Earthworms are terrestrial worms and belongs to class Oligochaeta of phylum Annelida. Earthworms are terrestrial worms and belongs to class Oligochaeta of phylum Annelida. Now, about 1800 species of earthworms are included in different genera. So, about 1800 species of earthworms are reported and they belongs to different genera. The most abundant genus is Pheretima. Pheretima is the most abundant genus and it includes about 500 species. Pheretima includes about 500 species and Pheretima is the most abundant genus. Now, the Lumbricus is most common genus of Europe and America. So, Lumbricus is called European earthworm as well as American earthworm. Lumbricus is regarded as European earthworm or American earthworm because it is most abundant genus of the Europe and America. In the same way, the Pheretima eutyphaeus megascolex are etc. are abundant genera of Southeast Asia like India, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, etc. So, the Pheretima eutyphaeus megascolex, they are also called as Indian earthworm as they are more abundantly found in Indian continent like India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, etc. Now, the detailed study of Pheretima posthuma, it was done by an Indian biologist or Indian professor K.N. Bahal, Karmanarayan Bahal, and we study detail about Pheretima. The detailed study of Pheretima was done by K.N. Bahal, an Indian biologist. So, this is about the introduction to earthworm. Earthworms are terrestrial worms. They belong to class Oligochaeta of phylum Annelida, and about 1800 species of earthworms are reported, and they belong to different genera. And the most abundant genus is Pheretima, and this Pheretima includes about 500 species. The Lumbricus is most common genus which is found in Europe and America, so it is also called as European earthworm or American earthworm. In the same way, Pheretima, Eutyphaeus, Megascolex, they are more abundant in Southeast Asia, so are also commonly called as Indian earthworm. And we study about Pheretima posthuma, and the detailed study of Pheretima, it was done by K.N. Bahal, Karmanarayan Bahal, an Indian biologist. Okay, this is about introduction. Now its systematic position. The systematic position is commonly called as classification. First, we write its kingdom. Kingdom is Animalia. Then we write its phylum. Phylum is Annelida. Then we write its class. Class is Oligochaeta. Then its order. Order is Opisthophora. Then its genus. Genus is Pheretima. Let underline it. Then its species. Species is posthuma. We have to underline it. Now finally its common name. Its common name is earthworm. Now all the terms which are used here in classification, they have specific meaning. The kingdom Animalia, it includes all the organisms which are multicellular, eukaryotic and heterotrophic. According to 5 kingdom classification, the multicellular, eukaryotic and heterotrophic organism belongs to kingdom Animalia. The next one is phylum Annelida. Annelida means having annules in body. The term annules, it means small ring like structures, and the small ring like structures, they are formed due to segmentation, and the segmentation is called as metamerism, which is true segmentation. We discuss about metamerism in detail in morphology of earthworm. Now the next one term which is used here is Oligochaeta, which is the class of earthworm, and this Oligochaeta, it consists of 2 words. One is oligo. Oligo means few, and then chaeta. Chaeta means hair like bristles. Hair like bristles means its locomotory organelles city. So Altogether, oligochaeta means having few chaeta or the locomotory organelles in comparison to the members of the class Polychaeta like Nereis. Then the next term, that is Opisthophora. Opisthophora means male genital pore. Male genital pore. Pores are present few segments behind female genital pore. Though the male genital organs, primary male genital organs, that means the gonads, testes, which are present few segments in front of the female gonads, ovary. The male genital pore are present few segments behind the female genital pore. Male genital pores are present in 18th segment, while the female genital pore is present in 14th segment. So, phora means the male genital pore are present few segments behind the female genital pore, though male gonads are present in front of the female gonads. Pheretima means clitellum is present in 14th, 15th and 16th segment. Clitellum is a glandular band which is present in 14th, 15th and 16th segment in Pheretima. Posthuma means having a pair of male genital pore and single female genital pore. Finally, the common name is earthworm. It is due to that it lives in soil and feeds upon soil. So, this is about systematic position or classification of the earthworm. Earthworm belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Annelida, class Oligochaeta, order Opisthophora, genus Pheretima, species Posthuma, and its common name is earthworm. Animalia means multicellular, eukaryotic and heterotrophic. Annelida means having annules in body. Annules means small ring-like structure, and these small ring-like structures are formed due to segmentation. The true segmentation, which is called as metameric segmentation, commonly called as metamerism, is present in earthworm. Class is Oligochaeta. Here oligo means few, chaeta means hair-like bristles, which are the locomotory organelles ceti. Few ceti are present in each segment. So, the class name is Oligochaeta. Opisthophora means that the male genital pore are present few segments behind the female genital pore. Pheretima means clitellum is present in 14th, 15th and 16th segment, and the posthuma, it means a pair of male genital pore and single female genital pore are present. The common name is earthworm, which is given as it lives in soil and it feeds upon soil. Okay, now we move into its habitat and habit. Now we discuss about habitat and habit of earthworm. Habitat and habit. In habitat, the earthworms are terrestrial worm and lives inside burrows in moist soil. So, the earthworm is terrestrial worm which lives inside burrows. It lives inside burrows, so it is fossorial. and lives in moist soil, not in dry soil. Why in moist soil? In moist soil for cutaneous respiration. For the purpose of cutaneous respiration, skin must be moist. So, earthworm lives in moist soil to keep its skin moist for cutaneous respiration. If it lives in dry soil, then the moisture present on the surface of the body that is absorbed by the dry soil and the skin become dry or body surface become dry. That is why it cannot perform cutaneous respiration. For cutaneous respiration, we know the skin must be moist. So, due to the lack of moisture, cutaneous respiration cannot be performed by dry skin and the earthworm may die due to asphyxia. Now, regarding the burrows, they make their burrows themselves or on self. They make their burrows on self. And how they make their burrows? They make their burrows partially by boring with pointed anterior end and partially by shallowing soil. So, the earthworms, they live inside the burrows in moist soil and they make their burrows themselves. They make their burrows partially by boring with pointed anterior end and partially by shallowing the soil. They bore with the help of pointed anterior end and also shallow the soil to make the burrows. Now, one point which we have to note here is boring organ of earthworm. Which is the boring organ of earthworm? The boring organ of earthworm is prostomium. Prostomium is the boring organ of earthworm. Prostomium is the boring organ of earthworm. What is prostomium? We discuss about it in its morphology. It is a small projection, fleshy projection which is present in first segment. Now their number is more in areas rich in dead decaying organic matter. The number of earthworm is more earthworms are found in those soil areas which are rich in dead decaying organic matter. Why? Because as they use dead decaying organic matter as food. As they use decaying organic matter as food, their number is more in the areas which are rich in dead decaying organic matter. Now, they are nocturnal in habit. They are nocturnal in habit. It means that they live inside burrows during daytime while come out of burrows at night. Come out of burrows at night. And they also come out of burrows during damp cloudy period and after heavy rainfall. So, what we have studied, the earthworms are nocturnal in habit. The opposite of nocturnal is diurnal. The opposite term is diurnal, means which remain active during the daytime. Nocturnal means which remain active during the night time. They live inside burrows during day and come out of burrows at night in search of food and for other purposes. They also come out of the burrows during damp cloudy period and after heavy rainfall. After heavy rainfall, the burrows get filled by water, so they come out and they crawl on the ground surface, and during damp cloudy period it became dark, so they come out of the burrows. From this point we came to know that they show negative phototaxis. They show negative phototaxis. And here they live inside burrows means shows positive geotaxis. Positive geotaxis. Now, after that, they are hermaphrodite. They are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means monoecious or bisexual, having both male and female reproductive organs. That means both male and female reproductive organs are present in the same individual, and they are hermaphrodite and protandrous. Hermaphrodite and protandrous. Protandrous means though they are hermaphrodite, the male gametes mature earlier than female gamete. That is called as protandrous. Protandrous means maturity of male gametes earlier than female gametes in hermaphrodite organism. And as they are protandrous, cross fertilization takes place in them. Cross fertilization takes place and development is direct. Development is direct. So, this is about its habitat and habit. What we have studied? We have studied that the earthworm is terrestrial worm. It lives inside burrows. So, we say it is fossorial in habitat and it lives in moist soil areas. Why in moist soil areas? For the purpose of cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous respiration means exchange of gases through skin, and for the purpose of cutaneous respiration, the skin must be moist. Cutaneous respiration does not occur through dry skin. So, to keep its skin moist, it lives in moist soil areas. If it lives in dry areas, or if its skin became dry, then cutaneous respiration cannot be performed. So, it may die due to asphyxia. Asphyxia means lack of oxygen, scarcity of oxygen. Asphyxia, scarcity of oxygen. Scarcity of oxygen. Scarcity of oxygen. And Regarding their burrows, they make their burrows themselves and make their burrows partially by boring with pointed anterior end and partially by shallowing the soil. Sometimes the question may come like, name the boring organ of earthworm. The boring organ of earthworm is prostomium. Prostomium is a small fleshy projection which arises from first segment. The first segment is called as peristomium, and the number of earthworm is more in those areas which are rich in organic matter. Why the number is rich in the areas with dead decaying organic matter? Because they feed upon dead decaying organic matter. And remember one point here, along with these, large amount of soil is also ingested. Large amount of soil is also ingested. Large amount of soil is also ingested along with the food. Large amount of soil is also ingested. Now they are nocturnal in habit. Nocturnal in habit means they live inside burrows during the daytime and they come out of burrows at night. Nocturnal means which remain active during the night time, and the opposite of nocturnal is diurnal, and the diurnal means which remain active during the daytime. Now after that, they live in burrows during the daytime while come out of burrows at night. They also come out of burrows during damp cloudy periods and after heavy rainfall. From this habit we came to know that it shows negative phototaxis. And finally they are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means monoecious, which means single individual possess both male and female reproductive organs. Though they are hermaphrodite, they are protandrous. Protandrous means a condition in hermaphrodite organism in which the male gametes mature earlier than the female gamete. Its opposite term for protandrous is protogyny, in which the female gametes mature earlier than the male gamete. Though they are hermaphrodite, cross fertilization takes place in them. This is due to this protandrous condition and the development is direct, and their breeding season is rainy season. Their breeding season is rainy season. Rainy season is the breeding season. Okay, this is about its habitat and habit.